Well, hello everyone. I'm here with Paul and Wendy Young, the
Oh,
founders and directors of Off the Fence, and one of our mission partners at The Point. A wonderful couple, wonderful organisation. So, Paul, for anyone who doesn't know, just tell us what is Off the Fence, and why do you exist?
hello, The Point. It's lovely to see you. I'm so pleased to be able to communicate with you again. And we're still waiting for the lady to come on her bike and come and see us. And it's a long way, Brighton, so we forgive her. But we are very thankful that The Point is this Christmas focusing on some of the ministry of Off the Fence. We are here to resist poverty. Our vision is to see an end to social and spiritual poverty in the Brighton and Hove area. We do that in many different avenues. We've got a big schools program. We've also got a large women's project, homelessness, hygiene programs. We have around about 25 personnel, and it's a growing charity. And especially with COVID, the need seems to get greater and greater. And for the last 24 years or so, we've been impacting Brighton and Hove for Jesus Christ and trying to make a big impact for those that need it most.
Thanks, Paul. I mean, what I love about Off the Fence is you're not ashamed of the gospel, and it's relieving practical needs and poverty and homelessness and all sorts of people in desperate need, but uh, also communicating the love of God in Jesus. And I know you see so many people come to know Jesus for themselves. So that double aim, relieving material and spiritual poverty. What a blessing. So, we probably think mostly about the work with the homeless and rough sleepers. And I know your antifreeze project is just such a great project, week in, week out down there. But also there's the Gateway Project, which is another, as you mentioned, a huge part of what you do, working with women who are particularly at risk and vulnerable. Wendy, could I just ask you, tell us a little bit more about the Gateway Project and what you're doing with women with Off the Fence?
Yes, so alongside antifreeze, right from the beginning, we realised there was a lot of particularly vulnerable women in the city, and it just grew from there, really, befriending, supporting women with many complex issues. And then in 2011, we opened Gateway Women's Centre. So since then, we've had referrals. It can be anything from GPs, mental health issues, substance misuse, right through to domestic violence. But for us, it's not about putting a label on people. It's a women's centre where they can come and just have emotional support. Many come for practical support. We can help signpost to other agencies that can support in particular areas of need. So we don't sort of have any criteria as such. Women can self-refer or get referred by other agencies. And we're just there to my whole ethos, if you like, is if you support a woman, you support families, you support whole communities. And it's about helping women, whether it's a one-off crisis or just in very difficult circumstances. And often the women say it's where they get built up, where they get supported, where they can come and switch off from all the other things. And sometimes it's not about talking about their problems over and over. It's often coming to a place where they can almost like leave them aside and just come and be supported, do craft, have a coffee, have a chat, both with staff and the other women. And it's wonderful to see how they support each other as well.
And Wendy, I know during the pandemic this year, you've seen a huge increase in demand for the Gateway Centre. Why do you think that is?
I guess lots of reasons, but particularly isolation. A lot of the women have also perhaps other health issues, so they were shielding for months. Sometimes people with mental health issues obviously would struggle with all of this. The pandemic rises fear, uncertainty, all of those things. So if you already have anxiety, it's obviously a time when, it's been a lot in the media, mental health issues are being heightened because there's so much uncertainty in the world as a whole, as well as your own personal circumstances. A lot of people, perhaps couldn't work or, have financial issues as well. So there's lots of reasons, but I guess the main one is isolation, needing constant support, perhaps when other things that they've relied on or have used in the past have closed or aren't operating in the same way?
Well, it's a wonderful work that you do at Gateway, and I know that, you know, as we say, this year it's been particularly needed and in real demand. And then in the midst of all this, a couple of months ago, your landlord informed you that they needed to sell the premises that you're working from at the Gateway Women's Centre. And so obviously, off the fence, you wanted to buy that premises so that you can establish this work permanently. Paul, it's been a big challenge, but you've seen God providing in amazing ways, and this is going to be the focus for our Christmas appeal and our support for Off the Fence this year. But Paul, tell us how it's going. You've got to buy the building and do a complete refurbishment.
Yes, I mean, right in the middle of COVID, we got that news that the building was going to be sold. It's been our base for over 10 years. It was the building that it's in such a good location. The only women's centre when you go west is in Bognor. So from Brighton to Bognor, there's so many people, and that was in such a strategic area that we thought we wanted to buy it. So the landlords have come up with what we felt was a fair price. It's an old building, and we budgeted through, and it's come to us needing 400,000. The wonderful news is that 90% of that has already been promised to Off the Fence, and we are well on our way. A lot of people have come up incredibly. A lot of people see the work, and a lot of people have said yes. They want to be part of a ministry that's going to last for generations to come. So we're 40% there. We're still 10,000 short on the building to actually buy, and we're about 30,000 short on the refurb, major refurb. It's a little bit like Moses coming out of Egypt. We're all rejoicing in the great Red Sea in front of us. How is this going to open up now with everything to plan for, building regs? They don't teach you this stuff in Bible college. There's still a chunk to get, but if we can get a chunk, we're hoping for the 7 churches that are supporting us over Christmas. Our aim is to raise £20,000 towards that refurb, and hopefully we can then get it to a place where women will be served within this city and beyond for many generations to come.
Wow. Well, it's a terrific vision. We're absolutely delighted to support you. I think it's great you've set a target of 20,000 to be raised from those 7 churches who all love you guys and Off the Fence and your ministry. So we're right behind you, and we're very much hoping we're going to go beyond that 20,000. You need about 50 altogether to fully budget the purchase and the refurbishment. So wouldn't it be wonderful if we could see all that come in over this Christmas period? I know you want to get the work done while the centre is not fully open, obviously, because of COVID. So if it could all be done and ready and open and up and running for when the pandemic's over, that would be terrific.
And it'd be wonderful for you to come and see it and come to the opening and to see what's going to go on for generations to come.
Well, we're looking forward to that day. Paul, Wendy, a big thank you from The Point for all your hard work. God bless you. We count it a huge privilege to have you as mission partners with us as part of our church, and we love having you part of the church family. So God bless you. Keep up the good work, and let's see God provide for this latest challenge.
Thank you.
God bless you.
God bless you.
Thanks. Bye.